Okay, magla-live lang ako. Okay. Meron pa rin akong naririnig. Ano yun? Oops. Yan. Enough ko muna yung audio mo, Lem. Okay lang? Yan. Okay. Okay, good morning everyone. As of now, pinatay ko muna yung audio nyo para hindi nag-feedback sa ating audio rito. No? Then, let me know ilan ba lahat ang attendees natin.
Dalawa lang una. Dalawang dispatcher ang una.
So, dalawang dispatcher. Okay. Then, si Ma'am Ina ba umattend? Hindi. Okay. Anyway, this is a recorded training. Anytime you can watch that on YouTube. So, i-off ko muna yung yung audio. Okay, let's begin, no? Let's start the presentation. Nag-share na ako ng screen. Naririnig nyo? Ay, nakita nyo?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Lem, pwede bang ipakita mo yung screen? Tutukan mo ng camera. Okay, kita ko na. Lumabas na yung presentation ko, Lem.
Yung presentation po.
Sa screen? Okay, sige. Okay, let's start, no? I-mute muna kayo. Okay, good morning everyone. So this is our second attempt for the training because during the first seminar that I provided, we have a technical difficulties in running the max call taking. So this is the system that we should be able to understand and know how it works because this will be your tool for the public safety operations. No, so just a brief why we call it the ECDC. So ECDC means Emergency Contact and Dispatch Center. So basically, ito na yung command center na ginagamit nyo. So everything na for your operations, for your response to emergency, diyan natin gagawin. So itong ECDC is a platform to enable LGUs like you running the CDRRMO for the public safety and response, no? So as you know, this is already mandated by Executive Order number 56 na institutionalizing the 911 number as the national hotline number for emergency and disaster. But for now, based on your requirements, you are also allowed to create your localized 911. So, with our partnership and effort, we can able to uh, utilize the current technology that we have. So, what are the components? So, basically, mag-i-start tayo with the telephony. So, ang telephone system natin for now is provided by Globe. That's why later on makakatawag tayo. So it's one part ng components na very critical sa ating operations. Then after that, we have now the incident management system. This is already the max call taking, the current IMS and the GIS, no? So yung GIS, that is your mapping. So from telephony, pag tumawag siya, sasaluhin naman siya ng ating incident management system. Okay? So dyan natin i-operationalize all the call taking and dispatching operations. Then, we have also the computer-aided dispatch. So partner po siya. If we have the incident management system, we can utilize the dispatch system para naman dun sa ating mga responders. So, computer-aided dispatch to with GIS. Meaning to say, you would be able to locate all your responders in a map. No? Yan ang realization because as you know, for emergency purposes, kailangan hindi tayo bulag. So lahat dapat yan nakikita natin. And of course, yung ginagamit nyo ngayon, you have the radio. So for now, radio dispatch. But this one is the digital radio system na. No? Why digital radio system? Because it can utilize the current map or the current location. Yung mga radios natin for now, hindi na siya analog. So I know that the LGU are using analog radios because medyo mura. Economically, mas mura. Mas madali siya. But if you want to have a PSAP compliant na process, you need to upgrade the devices, the radios, for them to be able to integrate with the entire ECDC components. No? So by the way, PSAP means what? Public Safety Answering Point. So that is now being required by the government that at least LGUs can now have their own PSAP solutions. So that's why we are presenting this with Globe as our partner for you guys to be able to learn about the ECDC solutions for public safety. So as you know, this is provided by Globe and in partnership with I1 Resources. So I1 Resources will be the one to integrate all the resources that we need for this ECDC managed service. This will enable, of course, all the LGU to be equipped with the local contact centers that will facilitate coordination, dispatch, and monitoring of resources during emergency. So yun ang kailangan natin malaman for today. So what is our workshop goal? So at the end of the workshop, you guys or the attendees shall understand the ECDC call flow. So later on, ipapakita ko kung paano ang operations natin, paano ang step-by-step ng call. No? Then, we can now create a standard emergency command operators. So, kailangan natin i-organize among ourselves kung sino-sino ang mga taong kailangan nating ilagay sa command center to make the operation work efficiently, fast and efficient. Then we need to understand your role and responsibilities. So sabi ko nga, we need a call taker, then we need a dispatcher, and we need a responder. No? Then lastly, you will be able to operate and manage the max call, max CAD, and the radio dispatch. Okay? Now, let's proceed with the workshop proper. So for now, gagawa muna tayo ng task assignment. Siguro it's already 11:30. Bilisan lang natin bago tayo abutan ng lunch. So gawa muna tayo ng task assignment para dun sa magiging scenarios na gagawin natin, no? So I will be sharing a Google Sheet, no? That's why I need an email address para ma-invite ko so you can fill up the form in real time para kita ko rin siya, no? Then this afternoon, at least we can do the 3 hours demonstration live, no? Then kung kakayanin pa, we can now proceed with the workshop. Gagawa tayo ng mga scenarios. May mga kasama tayo na lalabas mamaya. Then, let's simulate and locate them on the map. So, mamaya gagawin natin yon. So, I know in our previous demo, maybe that was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Or 3 weeks ago, we already tested the radio dispatch with the GIS, meaning to say we have the auto location of the radio wherever they go. So we have already tested that. But for now, the critical part would be the max call and the max CAD. Why? Siya yung nasa gitna, no? Yung na perfect natin the last time is yung sa dispatch and responder. But the call taking part and incident recording, hindi nyo pa nagawa. So later on, after we provided the task assignment and workshop scenarios discussion, gagawa tayo ng ide-demo ko muna sa inyo in real time. I will be connecting through our server. Then, papakita ko sa inyo how it works. No? Then, the last part, ang gagawin natin, kayo na mismo ang mag-ooperate. Okay? So, let's talk muna dun sa roles and responsibilities. So, for the call taker, so ang pinaka-basic na role at responsibilities na gagawin nyo pala, is to accept calls from the public using the state-of-the-art communications equipment. Ito na yung provide naming demo server for now. So, doon natin gagawin yon. Now, anong gagawin ng call taker? Each call taker gathers, clarifies, and supplements essential information from the caller and enters into the computer-aided dispatch system. Okay? So, basic lang. Tatanggap ka ng tawag, then, igagather mo ngayon yung mga information nung tumawag ng emergency. So, kailangan maging, maging specific para it clarifies all information na pertinent para makatulong tayo pag ibinigay mo na yan sa ating mga responder bago siya i-dispatch. No? So, napaka-importante ng role ng call taker. Now, sa roles and responsibilities naman ng dispatcher, so ito yon, assist on ongoing calls from the public using the CAD system. So, yung system ang tinitingnan ni dispatcher. Kasi ito yung mga information na initially fill out ni call taker. Para yung pag-assist mo sa responders mas mabilis. So, tututukan ni dispatcher yan kasi that's why we are trying to separate the role of a call taker and a dispatcher during emergency. But for now, you can manage that with a single person. But as the time goes, let's say sumikat na yung numbers nyo for emergency, marami nang tumatawag, the call taker can no longer handle as a multiple calls. That's why it's very basic for ECDC operations that you would have at least 3 call takers and 3 dispatchers to start with. Okay? So, pasahan sila. Pakakuha ng tawag, pakakuha ng mga information na basic, pag okay na lahat, pasa na sa dispatcher. Si dispatcher na ngayon ang bahala para doon sa call take, sa responders niya. So, ang responder naman, basic din. Ang gagawin niya, kailangan niyang, he or she has to work closely with the command center dispatchers. So, kasi this would be a real-time update of incident. So from time to time, dapat updated si responder ano nangyayari on the ground. Meron na bang pumunta na tulong? Ano ba yung initial na ginawa? Ano ang kailangan nilang bitbitin? So lahat yan na information would be coming from the dispatcher. Siya ang mag-a-assist sa ating responder. So ang mga responder natin, alam nyo naman kung mga sino yan, later on itatackle natin yan isa-isa. So emergency responders also is required to be on the incident scene. Sila ang pupunta. Kung police man yan, bombero man yan, or ambulance. Then from time to time, pag on the scene na sila, they will provide real-time updates doon sa ating command center with the dispatcher para pag okay na ang incident na resolve na, nadala na sa ospital o na pacify na yung fire out na kung may sunog, then that's the time the dispatcher also would uh, close the incident reported. So after that kasi, that will be automatically recorded on the system for your report generation later on. Okay? So for now, let's try to watch these videos that I gathered from YouTube for you to understand the basic operations. Okay? So dito na lang tayo sa ating dispatchers. Medyo mas magandang video na to.
Over the past 5 years, the City of Allen has experienced rapid growth during its transformation into a premier destination in North Texas. And as the city's visitors and residents increase, so too does the need for improved public safety services. As a result of this growth and the foresight to create a strategic plan for technology, Allen has implemented a new public safety computer-aided dispatch system, or CAD. The CAD is a system of hardware and software, vehicle locators, and integrated equipment which all allow the Public Safety Communications Center to receive emergency calls, pinpoint the location of the emergency, and then effectively send the appropriate resources to the scene. This plays a vital role in providing a timely response to any emergency.
Every action taken within the system is logged. We can see who opened the call, who's read the call, who was recommended to respond to the call. We can even play back how the unit drove to the call, the route they took, the speed that they took. So that is a big change in how the system used to work.
Allen 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Whenever someone dials 911, the dispatcher answers the call and enters the emergency information into the CAD, which then determines the location of the incident and marks it on a digital map.
The CAD itself is based entirely on accurate GIS data. So you have to have really good maps. In the end, what it means is that a call that comes in can be plotted on the map. The dispatcher can see it and then know who to send based on the location of the call.
Concurrently, the CAD software uses automated vehicle locating technology, or AVL, to precisely detect and dispatch emergency vehicles.
The officers' cars have automated locators in them, and all the addresses have been geocoded. So the software, the computer-assisted software, actually calculates the closest officer.
The AVL system also allows emergency responders to map their routes, along with providing turn-by-turn voice directions.
Turn back on South Bonham Drive.
Response times are very critical in an emergency. Say in a fire will grow exponentially over time. So if we can shave off 30 seconds or a minute in our response, that may be the difference between just the couch being involved in a fire or the whole room or possibly a large portion of the house. So we're looking to save every second possible in the process, and the new CAD system allows us to do that in a number of ways.
Additionally, if the location of the emergency is on or near US 75, public safety personnel can take advantage of the Texas Department of Transportation's network of highway cameras to verify the incident with live video access. As soon as the location of the emergency is confirmed, police and fire personnel are dispatched according to predetermined response plans.
The very first field on our call entry screen is the location, because that's the most important thing we need to know.
Allen 911, what's the address of your emergency?
Okay. So they enter that first, and when they tab off of that field, it goes through what we call a geo-validation process. It searches against the map to say, where are you? And then the dispatcher picks the location. Once they pick that, it plots the incident on a map, and then it's ready to be dispatched.
The calls are then sent to their mobile data computers mounted in each of the responding emergency vehicles, which further reduces response times.
Under the previous system, a person would receive the 911 call and they would be trying to do three things simultaneously. And that would be talk to the caller, start alerting the fire stations, and talk over the radio to the firefighters to tell them what was going on and where. And then also flipping through flip charts trying to give pre-arrival instructions to the bystanders on how to help this person before we get there. Now, because the system is automated, as soon as key information is entered into the system by the dispatcher, it automatically sends that information and alerts the firefighters in the stations. It starts that process happening sooner.
All right, was anyone thrown from the vehicle?
While units are on their way to the emergency, the dispatcher now has the ability to give specific life-saving instructions to the caller through the use of computer-assisted emergency medical dispatch protocols.
What ProQA does is it takes those card sets and it makes them electronic, basically. And that does a couple of really good things for us. The electronic versions have the ability to enable or disable certain protocols based off of the answers that we input. So if I say it's a male caller, it's not going to have me ask questions about pregnancy. You know, it's a little more intuitive, and it'll change he to she based on the gender of the patient.
Medic 2 and Engine 1, injury crash.
Sabi namin kami, makapagpalit ka ng ECU. Kasi hindi naman notified ng programa ko. Yung nasa set mo.
Hello, nawala yata. Hello? Hello? Nawala ba tayo? Nawala tayo kanina? Hello? Naririnig niyo ako? Nakat ba tayo kanina? Nakat?
Sir. Wala. Sa video.
Nawala yung video? Okay. So, saang part tayo nawala?
Yung sa video, sir, sa ano, para mga 4 minutes. 4
Okay.
minutes na ng video.
Itong part yung nawala, no? Okay.
Yan, sir.
Medyo nagkaroon yata ng problem sa internet. Okay. Anyway, let's proceed. Continue natin yung ating presentation. So as you know, nagkaroon na kayo ng idea on how the dispatch operation, at least yung technology, alam niyo na rin. Kasi this would be the technology also that we are trying to demo and present to you today para later on kayo naman ang mag-ooperate. So this is not the exact system na gagamitin natin, but similar. Okay? Yes, any question? Do you have any question in mind? Okay.
Wala, sir, wala. Continue po.
Okay, let's proceed. Ito naman ang next natin. So, this is the call flow na nakikita namin for San Jose del Monte Command Center. So, explain ko lang how it works. So, enlarge lang natin. I-share ko lang yung isang screen para mas malaki. Hindi pala to. Wait. I need the other one. Nakikita nyo? Okay, sige. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the caller, no? For a while, ha? For a while, at meron lang tayong disturbong, may tumatawag sa akin. Just give me a minute. Okay, sorry. I'm back. Okay, so this is the command center. Okay. So, saan ba tayo mag-start? Okay. So, let's start with the caller. So, anong mangyayari doon sa process? Yung caller natin will be coming from the outside. It's either from the residential or commercial areas. So, ang ang Globe already provided you with the emergency numbers that will be used. Meron na kayong hashtag alarm. So yung corresponding number na idadial natin is hashtag 25276. Tatanggalin ko lang tong or. Wala na to. Because meron kasi tong long numbers na pinag-map dito sa alarm. So hindi ko na ilagay yung call number na yan kasi mahaba. So this would be the shortcut. The caller will call the hashtag alarm. This will be published na ng San Jose del Monte. Ipapublish tong alarm para yun ang idadial ng mga callers during emergency. So that hashtag 25276. Okay? Now, there are two options. You can call the landline using this, and you can use also the mobile number. Let's say kung kailangan nyo talaga ng mobile number, pwede naman. You can use Globe or Smart. But to those who have landline at mas preferred nila, you can use this one. Now, it's up for the San Jose del Monte management if they will use this landline permanently and will not use the mobile number. So, but we can provide two options. So after the calls, kung landline siya, it will goes directly dito sa ating max call system. So ito yan, papasok siya dun sa server natin. Same with sa mobile. Kung tumawag sila sa mobile, lahat naman yan papasok dito. So integrated na siya. Ang mapapansin nyo, yung in-install ni Globe dyan sa server nyo, ayan yung telephony. So yun ang sumasalo sa mga tawag bago siya makapasok sa ating system. Okay. Then after that, yung max call taking, ito na yung system natin to be used for the incident management. Ito na rin yung system that will facilitate yung dispatch saka yung mga responders. Okay? So, yung call taker answer the calls. Kailangan niyang kunin yung basic info ng caller, name, location of the incident, anong type of incident, and other contact details kung ano man. No? So basic lang, may sasalo ng tawag si call taker. Then after nakuha na ni call taker lahat ng details, it will pass through the dispatcher. So si dispatcher ngayon, siya ngayon ang kakausap doon sa call take, yung caller. Siya ang magko-continue ng call. So kausap niya, ipa-facilitate niya ngayon, okay, sasabihin niya, hey ma'am, sir, antay lang po, ang atin pong responders parating na po dyan sa inyo. Halimbawa, kung ang papadala mo ay bombero, sabihin mo, yung bombero po namin na dispatch na, etc. etc. So after that, okay na si dispatcher, kailangan niya nang i-locate yung mga magiging responders niya. So ito na yon. So we have the police, we have the ambulance, and the fire brigade. So familiar naman kayo nito. Alam ko naman, ito naman yung mga responders nyo. And they will be equipped with radio facility. No? But as of now, ginagamit nyo yatang radio is yung mga legacy na na radio, meaning to say mga analog pa, no. So wala naman problema doon. You can use that. But kung analog ang gamit nyo, as I said, hindi nyo magagamit yung facility dito. Hindi siya mag-i-integrate. This would be a separate what do you call that? Separate system, no? Independent siya. ang kailangan lang gawin ni dispatcher from time to time, they need to coordinate kung nasaan man sila o meron pang kailangang information to provide dun sa responders natin. So ganyan lang. Napaka basic ng operations, napakadaling tingnan, no? So for now, ang question ko is ano yung system nyo ng radio na ginagamit? Anong radio system na gamit nyo pala ngayon?
Yung sa radio po ba namin, sir?
Ano yung gamit yung radio? HyperLM. Okay. So ang naka-deploy ba yung mga radio sa mga ambulance, police, or
Hindi po sir. Pina-recall po kasi yung mga radio
okay.
namin.
So hindi nyo po na ginagamit.
Kasi yung base antenna namin sir, under maintenance.
I see. Okay, no problem. So at least siguro later on i-demonstrate na lang natin ano pa pwede natin gawin, no? Okay. Then I need also to explain yung basic na operational system kung paano siya nagwo-work para doon sa ating naman na mga technicals, they would understand ano yung ginagamit na paano yung network nasa network side naman niya, no? Ayan, this one. So, ito naman yung call flow diagram. Same pa rin siya, no? The only difference is that simplified. So, from the caller, we have phone and mobile system na gagamitin. Then, it will go doon sa telephone system ni Globe. So, yung pinabite sa inyo. Then, meron tayong facility na isa pang PBX that will handle the calls, including the GSM gateway. Ito yung nagpo-process ng mga calls using the mobile. Okay? Then, it will go to the system that will handle the max call, IMS, cash. Then after that, okay, end call na tayo. Okay? So for now, ang next natin, tapusin lang natin yung presentation before we proceed with the other activity. So after that, ito na yung call process. So isa-simulate natin, no? Okay? So first, kailangan muna natin ayusin ang ating command center. So, kung maayos na ang ating command center, wait lang. Off lang natin yung mga mic nyo. So, from the command center, meron ng tatawag. Halimbawa, nagkaroon ng accident. So, nagkaroon ng incident, ito yung banggaan, no? Malapit dyan sa Villa Antonio. Then after that, syempre, pag mayroong aksidente, merong tatawag. So, pag alam nila ang ating, hashtag alarm, tatawag siya papunta sa command center. No. So, halimbawa, may tumawag na, hinandle na siya ng command center. Then, ang call taker sa dispatch, siya na ngayon ang nag-facilitate kung ano yung gagawin. So of course, kakailangan natin ng mga responders. So for this incident, ang una mong ipapadala, syempre aksidente 'yan, kailangan mo ng ambulance, no? So ngayon si dispatcher ang magsasabi, "Okay, dispatcher, kung sino man sa sa ambulance, kung sino nagha-handle nun, raradyuhan natin, sasabihin natin, we need a ambulance support dito sa area ng Villa Antonio. So, magpapadala ka ngayon. Then, of course, may mga investigation yan, papadala ka rin ng police. So, sabi ko nga kanina, they need a radio or some sort of communication. They can use the mobile phone or whatsoever for the dispatcher to be able to communicate with the responders. So, napapanood nyo naman siguro yung 911, responder 1, responder 2, mga ganyan. So, papadala niya ngayon. So, para to support the incident. Then after that, kung okay na siya, wala na. Kailangan nang mag-report ng mga responders, sasabihin nila sa dispatch, sa command center na okay na, na-pacify na yung kung ano man incident na yon, nadala na ng ambulance ang ambulance sa hospital. So it would call they will report to close the ticket na. Then after that, okay, then you will attend to another caller. So umiikot-ikot lang ang operations natin. So from the caller, papasok siya ngayon kay command center for the call taking and incident management, up to the dispatcher, papunta naman kay responder. So yun, after that, balik uli for the report. So ganun lang kasimple. Okay? So now, 12:00 na, siguro gutom na kayo, let's have muna a break. But before that, I will also share the Google Sheet for you guys to be able to fill up those information. Let us organize first ourselves. Let's identify who will be the call taker, the dispatcher, and the responder. Okay? So for now, stop ko muna tong presentation for our break. Then we'll be back at 1 p.m. No? 1 p.m. to answer those form. Okay? So, e-end ko muna tong broadcast, then later on, ila-live natin uli. Okay? Thank you, and kukontak na lang ako kay Ivan. Thank you. Salamat.